Hello dear students and welcome to Civil Star. So guys, we are back with the next session for UPSC CSAT paper 2, and in this section we will be discussing uh, English comprehensions that are given to you in your paper. So guys, if you can hear me and if the audio and video is clear and visible to everyone, just give me a thumbs up so that we can begin the session, guys. Guys, in the in the last session we discussed what type of passages may be given to you and what to do for that. Hello, Soumya. Welcome to the session, everyone. Uh, is it okay now, guys? All right. I think, all right. Yes, guys. So let's start with some preparation strategy. And today we are going to discuss some reading comprehensions from your previous year exams so that you can actually get to know what type of and what level of questions are being thrown at you and how to actually solve those questions. Right, guys? So, guys, do like the session and do share it with your friends and colleagues if there are any, and your near and dear ones. It may help someone who's preparing for it. Right. So let's begin, guys. First of all, before we start solving the comprehensions, we need to keep a few things in our mind. So there are a few key points to remember before we start solving the comprehension passages, right, guys? So the first trick or the first key point is reverse reading. So guys, how many of you know what reverse reading means? And guys, let's make it an interactive session, guys. Let's make it let's communicate. Let tell, you can ask me any question if you want, and let's interact with each other. Right. Good afternoon, Himanshi. So guys, how many of you know what reverse reading means? Can anybody, would anybody like to, throw some light into it? Yes, guys, do you understand what reverse reading means? Hello, Juhi. Hello, Altaf. Good morning, everyone. And I hope your preparations have begun. I think it is high time you started preparing for your paper 1 and paper 2. Very good, Anshika. Reading questions before the passage. Very good. First question, then passage is reverse reading. Very good, Chandan. Don't know about reverse reading means. Okay, Sora. Very good, Anshika and Chandan. Yes, guys. Reverse reading is basically, as they said, to read the questions before the passage. It is quite important because it gives you a lot of insight into your passage. What actually happens when you read the questions first? There are two good points to remember. First, you will get the exact keyword to look for, exact keywords to look for when you read the questions. And second, you get the central theme. You understand the theme of the passage after reading the questions. So guys, always read the questions before the passage. Why do I say that? Because you will have exact keywords to look for in your passage, and then you will understand the theme of the passage as well. Now guys, as I told you, there are different type of questions that are being thrown at you in your exam. I'll cite a few. There are some questions which are inference based. Then there are questions in which they ask you to find the right assumption based on the information given in the passage. Then there are conclusion based questions. That what could be the apt conclusion? What should be the right conclusion of the passage? right? Then there are something which is given in the passage, and you'll have to find there are questions which have more than one options. There may be 4 statements, and out of those 4 statements there may be 2 or 3 statements which may be correct, right? So there may be inference based questions, assumption based questions, conclusion based questions, and then fourth is fact based questions. So these are the 4 type of questions that we have seen in these papers that they throw at you, right guys? Hello Suryansha, this is the first lecture. Yes Suryansha, this is the first lecture. There was another lecture before this, that was orientation. Morning Anuj, you're from Odisha? Arre, it's a beautiful place here. You're lucky to be born there, and we are all lucky to be born in India, right guys? So good morning Krishna. So guys, do remember to be regular in these sessions, because these sessions are going to be very fruitful to prepare a strategy to solve comprehensions. As I told you in the last session, roughly around 40 to 45% of this paper is based on your comprehensions. So if you're good at comprehensions, it becomes very easy for you to crack this paper. So first is reverse reading, guys. Second key point is reading between the lines. As we discussed in the last session, this paper is not, it's not so subtle as you expect. You will not find the answers right away. You'll have to read the passage carefully, and you'll have to be very critical. So reading between the lines means to actually understand what the author wants to convey to you. And guys, the very important aspect of this comprehension is you cannot assume, or you cannot think of anything that is not given in the passage. So basically guys, you cannot use information or knowledge that you already have to answer your questions. You can only answer the questions on the basis of information given in the passage. So reading between the lines is very important, guys, right? So reading between the lines basically means to actually understand, to grasp the crux, or the what we call gist of the passage. That is really important to understand what the author wants to convey, and that is the only way you'll be able to find the correct answer. Now, third key point is careful assessment. Now, what do we mean by careful assessment? Your, what I have usually seen, out of the 4 options given to you for your questions, 2 options will be eliminated very easily. You can eliminate them just by reading them. This is that you can understand that this is not viable, right? This was not nowhere given in the passage, or this is contradictory to the passage. But you will always be confused between the last 2 options. So they are very close. So careful assessment means each and every word will play a very important role in these passages, guys. So you need to be very critical. And fourth key point is elimination method, guys. That's what I'm going to teach you today. So once you start eliminating your options on the basis of the passage, it becomes very easy for you to reach your conclusion and find the answer, right guys? Hello Ankit. Shuryansh, these sessions are conducted daily at 12 noon. There are 2 sessions on quants, then there are 2 sessions on reasoning ability, and then there are 2 sessions on English comprehensions. So English comprehensions sessions are on Thursdays and Fridays. Dhiru, welcome to the session, guys. So guys, if you have not liked the session, please do like the session. And it takes a lot of input, guys. So do share the sessions with others, so that it's worth the time, and it's worth the effort, guys. I think that's the least you could do, guys. Most of the passages are in inference, so how can we eliminate options at first instance? Yes, and then that's what we are going to discuss now. So guys, let's try to try to inculcate whatever we have understood here. Reverse reading, reading between the lines means understanding the passage. Careful assessment means to analyze and aptly understand the passage so that you can eliminate your options. And elimination method, that's what we are going to learn today. So guys, are you ready? Yes, we are going to solve a passage now, Mahesh. So guys, be very open-minded, and let's see how many of you can find the answer. And it's not a test, or it's not a race. We are not playing Kaun Banega Crorepati. So everybody has to participate. Everybody has to give their opinions, and then we will critically analyze and understand how to go about it, how to crack these comprehensions. Right? Hello, Lakshmi. Welcome to the session. So guys, this is the first passage. We'll be discussing a couple of passages today. This is the first passage which was given to you in previous years. So guys, and it was a level 1 passage. What do I mean by level 1 passage? On the basis of passage, there is only one question given to you. So today we'll be discussing level 1 passages, and as we move on, then we will be undertaking level 2 and level 3. And guys, from next session onwards, I'll also individually teach you how to tackle inference based questions, how to tackle assumption based questions, and how to tackle conclusion based questions, if that's what you were asking, Chandan, right? All right. You're from Kashmir. Oh, Altaf, you're from the heaven on earth here. I mean, there can be no better place than Kashmir, right? So guys, let's start the passage, and let's see how we go about it. So reverse reading, let's read the questions first. Which among the following is the most logical, rational, and critical inference that can be made from the above passage? So guys, what do you mean by inference? Guys, do understand inference is a logical, a logical fact or data or something that is given in the passage, and that you can understand from the passage. So inference is a logical fact or a data that is given in the premises of the passage, right? So we have to find a logical inference of the passage, right? Let's read the passage. Let's try to critically solve it, guys, right? The IMF, International Monetary Fund, has pointed out that the fast growing economies of Asia face the risk of falling into middle income trap. IMF has pointed out that fast growing economies of Asia face the risk of falling into middle income trap. It means that average incomes in these countries, which it means what a middle income trap means basically, guys. Average incomes in these countries, Asian countries, which till now have been growing rapidly, will stop growing beyond a point. So in these fast growing economies, the average incomes which have been growing very rapidly up till now will stop growing beyond a point that is well short of incomes in the developed West. So basically, that's what they're saying, that in developing Asian countries, the economies of these countries, they face a risk of falling into middle income trap. And what is middle income trap? It's like a trap where these economies are they're susceptible to falling into these traps because they have been growing rapidly, but beyond a point they will stop growing, and that point is well short of incomes in the developed West. The IMF identifies a number of causes of middle income trap. So there are many causes of middle income trap, which is none of which is surprising. So from infrastructure to weak institutions to less macroeconomic conditions. So basically infrastructure is weak, then institutionalization is weak, then we have less macroeconomic conditions in the country, in Asian countries or Asian economies. So overall cause, the whole underlying, the central causes, says IMF, is growth of productivity. So as the growth of productivity is the cause is growth of productivity. As the growth of productivity is slow, as the growth of productivity is slow in these countries, that's why these incomes or these economies face the risk of falling into middle income trap, right, guys? So now let's read the passage, let's read the options, and let's try to analyze what can be eliminated. So guys, we have understood the passage, everyone has read it. So option number 1, once a country reaches middle income stage, it runs the risk of falling productivity, which leads to stagnant incomes. Once the country reaches middle income stage, it runs the risk of falling productivity, which leads to stagnant incomes. I think, guys, this is contradictory. Contradictory in the sense it's the other way around. In this option, the effect has been put as the cause, and the cause has been mentioned as effect. So it's not because of falling productivity. it runs the risk, once a country reaches middle income stage, it does not runs the risk of falling productivity, which leads to stagnant income. It is actually the other way around. Due to falling productivity, it leads to stagnant incomes, and then it leads to middle income stage or middle income trap. Second is falling into middle income trap is a general characteristic of fast growing economies. Guys, whenever, now this was an assumption, guys. Now do understand, this is not an inference, this is an assumption. That's what that's what we are going to learn in these sessions. From the next session onwards, I will individually discuss with you inference based passages, assumption based passages, and conclusion based passages. So this was not a fact given in the passage, this was an assumption. So we cannot use assumption as an answer. Third is, guys, there is no hope at all for emerging Asian economies to sustain growth momentum. Guys, third, that something that I have always observed in the last 10 or 11 years, there have been so many passages, and one thing that I've continuously seen, there is always that one option which is always to the extreme. Guys, whenever you find an option which leads to the extremity, so what do I mean by extreme? No hope at all. Is it anywhere given in the passage? There is no hope at all. So guys, always remember to eliminate your extreme options. So unless it is specifically mentioned in the passage, you cannot take that option as an answer. So extreme options are always to be eliminated. And let's read option number D. In regards growth of productivity. In regards to growth of productivity, the performance of Asian countries is not satisfactory. Yes, guys, what do you think is the logical inference that you can take out of this? So I think we can eliminate option number B very easily. C and option number A was actually the opposite of what was given in the passage. So this is what we call elimination method, guys. The correct option here was option number D. So let's see how many of you have answered it correctly. Suryansh, I told you sessions are at 12. Monday, I think Monday, Tuesday is quants. Wednesday, I think Monday, Tuesday is quants. Wednesday is reasoning. Thursday, Friday is English, or probably, and then Saturday is reasoning again. So you can check it out on our channel. You'll find it, Suryansh. All right. So Harsh says D. Very good, Harsh. Mukul, yes, daily 12 at 12 noon, but English sessions are on Thursdays and Fridays. A is not the answer, Gurpal. Don't rush into it. Please do remember that you cannot hurry. Just looking at the option, and if it looks kind of familiar, don't just go for it. That's what I told you. These options are very, very close. So you have to read it very carefully, Gurpal. Very good, Ankit. Vikrant, it's not C, it's D. So is it given in the passage that there is no hope for emerging Asian economies to sustain growth momentum? Vikrant, agree or not agree? Very good, Lakshmi. Very good, Juhi. Very good, Chandan. Very good, Niranjan. It's not C, it's D. So शिव प्रशांत, मैं हिंदी में समझाता हूँ. चलो यार, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो हिंदी में समझना चाहते हैं, वो क्या कह रहा है? इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड ने ये चीज कही है कि एशिया की जो फास्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमीज है वो आगे चल के एक मिडिल इनकम ट्रैप में फंस सकती हैं. देयर इज अ चांस ऑफ ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमीज ऑफ एशिया टू फॉल इनटू मिडिल इनकम ट्रैप. अब मिडिल इनकम ट्रैप क्या बताया उसने? मिडिल इनकम मतलब एवरेज इनकम. ये ग्रोथ स्लो हो जाने की वजह से क्या होता है, जो एवरेज इनकम्स हैं जो अब तक बढ़ती आ रही थी, वो एक लिमिट तक आकर रुक जाएंगी. लेकिन वो लिमिट जो है वो वेस्टर्न जो अर्निंग्स है, वेस्टर्न जो इनकम्स है, उनसे काफी नीचे है, काफी कम होगी वो अर्निंग्स. तो आईएमएफ ने इसके आइडेंटिफाई भी किए हैं कॉजेज क्या है इसके. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वीक है एशियन कंट्रीज का, ठीक है, इंस्टीट्यूशंस वीक हैं, लेस मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशंस हैं. तो और ओवरऑल जो कॉज है वो है ग्रोथ ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी. तो प्रोडक्टिविटी की ग्रोथ जो है वो स्लो है, और उस होने के कारण, वो स्लो ग्रोथ ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी होने के कारण हम मतलब एशिया की जो इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज हैं वो मिडिल इनकम ट्रैप में फंस सकती हैं. तो यही उसने ऑप्शन नंबर डी में दिया था. इन रिगार्ड्स टू ग्रोथ ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी, द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ एशियन कंट्रीज इज नॉट सेटिस्फैक्टरी. So basically, whatever you have read, that's what we call reading between the lines, right, guys? समझ आया शिव? कि पूरा पढ़ के और फिर हमें उसमें से अपना क्रक्स सेंट्रल थीम ढूंढना होता है. Dhiru, there was another session last week, but this is actually the first session for reading comprehension. Guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification so that you can get notifications every day, so you do not miss any session whatsoever, right? And do like the session, do share it with your near and dear ones, guys. Conclusion, no, I would say conclusion of this passage would be that India, okay, I'll tell you the difference, Mahesh, between a conclusion that not India, Asian countries need to, need to improve infrastructure and provide more macroeconomic conditions to avoid risk of falling into middle income trap. That would be the conclusion. So there is a difference, there's a huge difference between assumption, inference, and conclusion, guys. And we will discuss all these separately, but today we are just taking in that what type of questions are being thrown at you in the exams, right? Got it, Mahesh? All right. So that was passage number 1, guys. Let's read another passage and let's see if we can get this one right. And guys, there are so many students watching the sessions, but not everyone is participating. So please participate, guys. Please give your answers. गलत हो जाएगा कोई बात नहीं है यार. ठीक है, कोई हम गलतियों से सीखते हैं. I hope you know that. I think you are smart enough to understand. The more mistakes you make, the better you will be. ठीक है, तो चलो पढ़ते हैं guys. तो पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ते हैं रिवर्स रीडिंग के अकॉर्डिंग. Which among the following is the most logical, essential message? Now, message conveyed. This is also another type of questions, another type of question that is being thrown at you. So message conveyed is basically again the conclusion. It's a similar message is similar to conclusion, right? So let's read the passage and let's try to find out the essential and logical. Guys, this is important. What is the logical and essential message conveyed by the passage, right? So let's read the passage together, guys. We live in digital times, right? That's absolutely true. I mean, it cannot be, I mean, it cannot be elaborated more than what we're doing right now. We are learning, the classes are going on online. So we live in digital times. The digital is not just something we use strategically and specifically to do a few tasks. So digital is not just something we use strategically or specifically to do a few tasks. Our very perception of who we are, how we connect to the world around us, and the ways in which we define our domains of life, labor, and language are hugely structured by digital technologies. So basically he's saying that we are not using technology or digital technology for just tasks. We in ourselves have become connected with the digital in every aspect of our life. Would it be life, language, labor, the way we define us, that is what we that's how we are using the digital technologies. The digital is everywhere and like air, invisible. It is everywhere, but it is invisible as well. We understand that. We live within digital systems. We live with intimate gadgets. We interact through digital media, and the very presence and imagination of the digital has dramatically restructured our lives. Absolutely true, guys. 20 years back, I personally, when we didn't have mobile phones, or let's say 25 years back, life was very different than it is today, guys. So it has dramatically restructured our lives. That's absolutely true. The digital, far from being a tool, is a condition. So guys, do remember that's what he wants to convey, that the digital is not a tool, it is a condition and context that defines the shapes and the boundaries of our understanding of the self, the society, and the structure of governance. Right, guys? Now we have understood the passage carefully, right? Now let's read the options, guys. All problems of governance can be solved by using digital technologies. Guys, remember, extreme options, all means all the options, all the problems. So guys, do always try to find out that one option which always goes to the extreme. And extreme options are 99.9% always wrong. So all problems of governance can be solved by using digital technologies. I don't think that's the essential message conveyed by the passage. and obviously it is also extreme. So guys, that's what we are learning today. Elimination method, how to eliminate our options. Speaking of digital technologies is speaking of our life and living. All right, that is absolutely what I had in mind. Let's read other options. Our creativity and imagination cannot be expressed without digital media. Now guys, this is again going to the extreme. So we cannot express our imagination and creativity without digital media. That's not absolutely true. We can also paint, we can also sing, dance. So that's not absolutely, that's not the message which the author wants to convey. And option number D, use of digital systems is imperative for the existence of mankind in future. Now guys, is it anywhere given in the passage that the use of digital systems is imperative for the existence of mankind in future? It was nowhere given in the passage. So guys, I think you've got the right answer, everybody. Yes, Anshika, in next session, we will discuss in detail the difference between assumption, inference, and conclusion. But today we are just getting used to the type of questions that we face in the exam, right? Anshika. Good afternoon, Karthik. I'm good, Karthik. How are you? Long time no see. Where were you? Preparing, I hope. Very good, Dhiru. The correct option is option number B. That's the essential message. Speaking of digital technologies is speaking of our life and living. That's what we have, that's what we see today. That's what the author wants to convey. Very good, Harsh. Very good, Lakshmi, Juhi. Nice, solar eclipse. It's not D, it's B. Nowhere it was nowhere given in the passage that it is imperative for the existence of mankind. So whatever is not given in the passage cannot be assumed. Right, Gurpal? All right. Very good, Sukendra. Very good, Chandan. Very good, Anshika. Very good, Mahesh, Sasmita, Suryansh, Anjali, Niranjan. Kudos to you guys. Very well done. So we could understand that option number A and C could be very easily eliminated because they were to the extreme. So that was also extreme. This was also extreme. So the confusion was between B and D, that I could understand. But don't rush into it. Always try to eliminate, using everything that we have discussed. There was no mention about future or existence of mankind in the future. But yes, it has been said over and over again in different ways that our life and living is basically has been digitalized, right? That's what he wants to convey. Very good. Good job, guys. Very well done. So let's look at another passage, guys. And this is the last passage for today. And from next session onwards, we will be discussing different questions, and I'll be in detail explaining you the difference between inference, assumption, conclusion, and all the different type of questions that are being thrown at you. Right, guys? So let's read the question first, and let's try it out. Take your time. Don't hurry into it. Guys, slow never becomes fast. I think you've heard it. Slow can never become fast. Slow always becomes smooth, and then smooth becomes fast. So try not to worry about time right now. Try to worry about accuracy right now. Your time will itself improve. Right. So let's read the question. Which among the following is the most logical and rational assumption that can be made from the above passage? So we have to find the most logical and rational assumption after reading the passage. Right, guys? Suryasha, my name is Navir Singh, and actually this is, I cannot stop myself from pointing it out, Suryansha and everyone, guys. We usually make this mistake. We ask people, what is your good name? In English, this is absolutely wrong, guys. We never say that, what is your good name? It's just, what's your name? In Hindi, we usually say, आपका शुभ नाम क्या है ना? तो वो एक हम being a very polite, culturally polite people, हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि आपका शुभ नाम क्या है, लेकिन इंग्लिश में गलत होता है, ग्रामेटिकली गलत होता है. तो हमें क्या बोलना चाहिए? What's your name? Right? But thank you for showing the consideration. My name is Narveer Singh. You've known me for 1 year, Karthik. I've known you for more than 1 year now. So it's good to know each other, right? Absolutely, Mahesh. These sessions will continue up to the prelims 2021. All right. Absolutely, we'll be discussing different passages in every comprehension in every session, Lakshmi. All right. So let's read the passage, guys. An innovative India will be inclusive as well as technologically advanced. Okay, that's what he is conveyed in the first line. An innovative India will be inclusive as well as technologically advanced. What is inclusive means that each and every, I mean, all people from all spheres of life are, are benefited from the development. That's what we call inclusive development. So an innovative India will be inclusive as well as technologically advanced. It will also be inclusive as well as technologically advanced, right? Um, well done, Chandan. Thank you so much. I remember you used to be there, Chandan. Harsh, I think there was there. He was there, and there were many students from last year. I remember. Karthik was there last year. I remember, guys. Maths की class I think Monday, Tuesday होती है, Prince. Right. So, an innovative India will be inclusive as well as technologically advanced, improving the lives of all Indians. Innovation and R&D, research and development, can mitigate. Now, mitigate increases in social equality. Mitigate means reduce, कम करना. Innovation or research and development can reduce increases in social inequality. तो social inequality है इंडिया में, ठीक है, वो कम करने में मदद करता है इनोवेशन और R&D, and relieve the pressures created by rapid urbanization. And it can also relieve pressures created by rapid urbanization. Growing developing cities, so people in rural areas, they feel socially and economically downtrodden because of the rapid urbanization. But innovation and R&D can mitigate this. That's what he wants to convey. The growing divergence in productivity, जितने अलग अलग तरह से हम डाइवर्जेंस इन प्रोडक्टिविटी, जितने अलग अलग तरह की चीजें प्रोड्यूस करेंगे बिटवीन एग्रीकल्चर एंड नॉलेज इंटेंसिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड सर्विसेज, threatens to increase income inequality. तो क्या कह रहा है कि द ग्रोइंग डाइवर्जेंस, जितना डिफरेंस आ गया है एग्रीकल्चर के ग्रोथ में, नॉलेज इंटेंसिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में और सर्विसेज में, ठीक है, अब आप सबको पता है, ठीक है, एग्रीकल्चर में इतनी ग्रोथ नहीं है, इतनी इनकम नहीं जनरेट हो पा रही जितना मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में और सर्विसेज में है. सो दिस थ्रेटन्स टू इंक्रीज इनकम इनइक्वालिटी. By encouraging India's R&D labs and universities to focus on the needs of the poor people, and by improving the ability. So by encouraging India's R&D labs and universities to focus on needs of poor people, and by improving the ability of informal firms to absorb knowledge, and innovation and research agenda can counter this effect. So basically, by encouraging India's R&D labs and universities to focus on the needs of the poor people, and by improving the ability of informal firms to absorb knowledge, an innovation and a research agenda can counter this effect. Now, inclusive innovation can lower the cost of goods and services and create income earning opportunities for the poor people. So basically what he wants to convey, the central theme is innovation and R&D, specifically looking at the needs of the poor people. That would lead to inclusive innovation and would lead to reduction of income inequality. Now let's read the अरे प्रिंस शर्मा बता तो दिया यार, मंडे ट्यूसडे होती है यार, स्पैम क्यों कर रहे हो भाई? I think you're sensible enough not to do that, yeah, Prince. It's a request. Monday or Tuesday को होती है मैथ्स की क्लास, right? Thank you, Harsh. That's what I said. All right, so let's read the options, guys. Innovation and R&D is the only way to reduce rural-urban migration. Guys, I told you to look at the extreme options. Extreme options are always incorrect. That is it the only way to reduce rural urban immigration migration? That's not correct. Every rapidly growing country needs to minimize the divergence between productivity in agriculture and other sectors. So minimizing the divergence between productivity in agriculture and other sectors is the need of every growing country. That's option number B. Option number C, inclusive innovation and R&D can help create an egalitarian society. Absolutely, that's the assumption that I was looking for. And rapid urbanization takes place only when a country's economic growth is rapid. That's also extreme. That's nowhere given in the passage. So I told you, you can always eliminate two options very easily and you'll be left with two tricky ones. So B was also quite close, but the right assumption is every rapidly growing country needs to minimize divergence. That was not the crux of the passage. The crux was inclusive innovation and R&D can help create an egalitarian society. What is egalitarian? Socially equal, that people from all spheres of life, all walks of life can feel safe, can feel economically stable, and they can live in harmony and peace together wherever they wish, even in rural areas as well as urban areas. So I think the correct assumption here is option number C. So what do you say, guys? I think Sukhendra, Devan, very well done here. Very good, Dhiru. You already knew the answer. Very good, guys. Very good, Mahesh. Very good, solar eclipse. Egalitarian, Devan, means socially equal, where people live equally. There are no social barriers, no caste system, or people are judged on the basis of on the society or the on the place where they live. So that's called social equality. That's called egalitarian, right, Devan? Hi, Jadeep. How are you? Very good, Juhi. Very good, Niranjan. Very good, Chandan. जहां सब लगभग बराबर हो इसे very good, Ankit. That's absolutely correct. So why is it an assumption? It seems more of a conclusion. So conclusion is something very different. Lakshmi, conclusion is what you have read and what you conclude after that. That after reading the passage, I conclude that this needs to be done. So what steps and measures are to be taken? That is called conclusion. Assumption is what can be assumed from the passage. But after understanding the passage, that this can be assumed that if this happens, this will happen. So that is the difference between assumption, what you can assume. Conclusion is what can be concluded from the passage. What is the next step? That's called conclusion, right? Mahesh, we will be taking up practice sessions on YouTube. Now you can join these sessions if you wish to, but I would really suggest to practice a lot more, right? And actually understand the concepts and the logic behind these. And yes, if you follow all the sessions of our channel for English, I can assure you that would be more than enough. Last year, I think we covered 173 passages. I mean, I discussed each and every passage that was given to the students in the previous years in these YouTube sessions last year. So, and that was really, really helpful for the students. So yes, this would be enough, but you should also keep on practicing side by side. That's what I would suggest. Got it, Suryansh? Thank you, Devan. Yes, Surya, don't worry, Suryasha. I told you that I will be explaining difference between inference, conclusion, and assumption in the next session with examples and with everything. So that would be aptly clear to you in the next session. So do not forget to join the next session. How to talk to you personally? You can drop us an email, Dhiru. I'll give you the phone number and the email address right now, and you can contact us there. All right. So guys, if you like the session, just click the like button and do let me know how was the session. Was it useful? Was it was it something different than what you have already or what you've been doing in previously? So guys, how did you like the session? And please do share your feedback with me. If you want any changes, any improvements, anything you want to include or exclude, please feel free to share it with me. So guys, Dhiru, this is our phone number, 81462072241. You can call us there and ask for the backend team to connect me with you, or you can simply just drop an email if you have any doubt or if you have any query at this address, hello@civilstaff.com. And if you wish to purchase any of our courses, guys, we are already running a complete course for UPSC preparation for paper 1, paper 2, prelims and mains, each and everything. So guys, if you're actually seriously preparing, you can look into you can look into the options that we're providing you here, and that would be really beneficial for your preparations. Hi Ankit, thank you so much, guys. Yes, solar eclipse, try to do that. Next session is tomorrow, Mahesh. Yes. Suresha, so do not forget to join in tomorrow, Suresha, at 12 noon. And tomorrow we'll be discussing, assumption. What's the difference between assumption, inference, and conclusion? Thank you, Anshika. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Solar Eclipse. Thank you, Dhiru. So, guys, any feedback, anything you want to add to this? You're more than welcome to share it with me. Thank you, Niranjan. Thank you, Mahesh. Thank you, Juhi. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Devan, once again. So, guys, I hope everything is sorted now. So, we'll be running these sessions, and English sessions will be on Thursdays and Fridays every week. So, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also join our Telegram, guys, if you wish to take the PDF of these sessions. So many students ask for PDFs of these sessions so that they can they can sit on their own at their home and they can solve these passages. So we will provide you these PDFs, these sessions in PDF form on our Telegram group. So guys, in the description of this video, there is the Telegram group link. You can join. If you have not already done that, you can join our Telegram channel, and you can use and you can see the session, and you can use the PDF there to practice on your own. Right, guys? Chandan, you don't, there are many books available in the market. I can show you a book that I usually use. I have it with me, by the way. I think it's Vishal's GS. That's for paper 1 and paper 2. If I can show you the book right now. So this is new Vishal publication, and it has all the previous year questions. So you can use this. It is a good one. You can also use the book by Kiran. It also has a lot of previous year questions, guys. But the problem is, many of the publishers have given the same previous year questions but different answers. So many of their answers are not correct. I mean, there is Murunal, it has different answers. Then there are different books. So that's what I felt. And there are different sources online as well. They do not. There is Drishti, and there are many other books and online spaces where they provide you previous year questions. But I think you can choose any reliable source and practice on your own. And if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me any question if you have. Right, guys? Yes, full syllabus is covered there, solar eclipse. Absolutely from the scratch for phase 1 and phase 2, for prelims and mains. Each and every subject, each and every vertical is covered. And there is also a course for only prelims for phase 2, sorry, for paper 2, wherein you have quants, reasoning, and English. So in English, there are, I think, 10 chapters wherein we have discussed all the previous year passages, and they are available to you in the recorded form as well as downloadable PDF form. So you can purchase our course and you can enjoy all the previous year passages that have been thrown at the students, at the aspirants of UPSC in the previous years. So you can get that from there. Right, guys? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. You were very receptive. You were very participative. So kudos to all of you. And most of you got the answers correct. So give yourself a pat on the back. You're on the right track. And keep up the motivation. Keep up the good work. And let's pull up our sleeves. Let's pull up our socks. And let's dive into our endeavor, our dream. And let's prepare. And let's be let's be ready for the paper that will be thrown at you. Right, guys? So I wish all of you all the very best for your preparation for this journey, and we welcome you to our channel. And please feel free to contact us for whatsoever reason you want. So thank you so much for joining, guys. Have a good day. Take care and bye-bye.